Hello everyone, it's Glenda and welcome back to my channel, Creative Grandma. Today's crochet tutorial is for the Super Duty pot holder. This pot holder is made using a number 5 bulky weight 100% cotton yarn. It's nice and thick. It's a perfect heavy duty pot holder. So with the new year coming, it's that time where we like to go through our kitchen items and replace them with new, brighter, nicer looking pot holders, because my pot holders really do get abused. So I thought I'd make some. I thought this was the perfect pattern. It's just a simple pattern. It's a great beginner pattern, and it's a great pattern for even an experienced crocheter who just wants something simple to make. So this project, we make 2 pieces. We make the front and we make the back. And you can see right here 2 pieces, and then we just join it together with a simple single crochet border and add our loop. Now, when I did the tutorial, I put the border on, and I forgot to mention, if you want added security, if you want something in between these 2 pieces, you can also get the insulated batting, or you can use 2 layers of the cotton batting and put between your squares. Cut it to size and then add it before you put your border on in between the top and bottom pieces. Now this pot holder measures 8.5 inches across by 8.5 inches tall without the hanging loop. So they do sell 4 different colors, so I made a pot holder in each color. So this is the blue. They also have a peach color, which I thought was very pretty. They have a golden yellow that is also pretty. And they also have a beautiful lavender color. So just beautiful no matter what color you use. So let me go ahead and tell you what yarn I use for this project and how much yarn you're going to need to make a pot holder. This video is sponsored by Hooks and Needles. Hooks and Needles is a monthly subscription program where they have a crocheting box where you get all the gorgeous yarns, you get all the accessories to make your project, and you also get that instruction booklet with 3 different patterns. You have beginner skill level, intermediate skill level, and advanced skill level. They also have a knitting box where you also get beautiful yarns, everything you need to make the project, and that instruction booklet. When you look inside your instruction book, both the knitting and the crochet book, you're going to see very well written instructions with step-by-step photos. You're even going to get a code that you can scan to get the how-to tutorials to go along with the program. So not only do you get written instructions, you're getting those step-by-step photos, and you're getting a video to help you along. Now, when you start your subscription with Hooks and Needles, you start with box 1 and then you go to box 2. So you always start with the first box so you never miss a pattern. So with the new year approaching, this is a great time to think about, what is your New Year's resolution? Would you like to make an amigurumi project and learn a new skill, or would you just like to advance your skill level? So if you're interested in Hooks and Needles, you can save 20% off your first box by using the code CreativeGrandma20. I'll put a link in the description box underneath the video. Click that link and it'll take you right to Hooks and Needles, and you can learn more information about the pricing for the program and everything they have to offer. So let's get back to the video. For our project today, I am using the Herrschners Village Yarn Cushy Cotton. This is a number 5 bulky weight. It's 100% cotton. It comes in a 3.5 ounce skein, 100 grams, 71 yards, 65 meters. It's machine wash and tumble dry. Look at these beautiful colors. Now they only have 4 colors available, but they're really pretty colors. Today I am using the Chambray, so that is the color I'm using. So that's one of the 4 colors. They also have this beautiful rosewood, which is a peachy color. The 3rd color they have available is the beeswax, this golden yellow. And then the last color that they have on their website is aged lilac, this beautiful lavender color. So those are the 4 colors that you can make your dishcloth in. So for our project today, you are going to need 2 skeins for each pot holder that you want to make. So if you want to make 1 pot holder, you're going to need 2 skeins. 2 pot holders, you're going to need 4 skeins. You're also going to need a size K 10.5 or 6.5 millimeter crochet hook. So grab your yarn, grab your hook, and let's get our project started. To begin our project, I already have my yarn attached to my hook and I just used a double knot. I want to remind everyone all my crochet tutorials are filmed using USA crochet terms. We're going to begin and we're going to chain 19. You're going to yarn over, pull through the loop on your hook, and this creates your first chain. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. So just do a double stitch count. Make sure you have 19 chains, and then we're going to begin and start row 1. For row 1, we're going to skip that first chain. You're going to insert into the second chain and work a single crochet. Yarn over, pull back through. You have 2 loops. Yarn over and pull through 2 loops. You just made a single crochet. Single crochet into the next chain. Single crochet into the next chain. Single crochet into the next chain. Continue and work 1 single crochet in each chain across, and I'll meet you at the end of row 1. I'm over at the end of row 1. I worked in each chain across, starting in the second chain. You're going to have a total of 18 single crochet across. So just do a double stitch count. Make sure you have 18 stitches. Now row 1 is our base row. Row 2 and row 3 will be our repeat rows. To begin row 2, you're going to chain 1 and you're going to turn your work. You're going to skip this beginning chain 1 and insert under the top 2 loops of that very first stitch. Work a single crochet. Now we're going to work a single crochet cross stitch across the next 2 stitches. You're going to skip this next stitch, insert into the next stitch, and again go under the top 2 loops, work a single crochet. Then you want to come back and insert your hook from front to back through that previously skipped stitch. Yarn over, pull it back through, and then pull up a little bit on your loop so it comes across that single crochet you just made, and then yarn over and pull through. So you just made your cross single crochet. Let's do it again. Skip the next stitch, single crochet into the next stitch. Then bring your hook back and you're going to insert from front to back through the previously skipped stitch, working a single crochet but pulling up on that loop so it comes across that single crochet just made. Yarn over and pull through 2 loops. You just made your single crochet cross stitch. Let's do it again. Skip the next stitch, single crochet into the next stitch. Then you're going to bring your hook back and you're going to single crochet into the previously skipped stitch, insert from front to back, yarn over, pull up a loop and pull that loop across that single crochet just made, and then yarn over and pull through 2 loops. So go ahead and continue and work your cross single crochet across until you have 1 stitch remaining, and I'll meet you at the end of row 2. I'm over at the end of row 2. You should have 1 stitch remaining. I just worked my last cross single crochet, so I'm going to insert into the last stitch under the top 2 loops, work a single crochet. So when you look at your work, you're going to have a total of 18 stitches. You're going to have a single crochet and then 8 cross single crochet, and then you end with a single crochet. So you're still going to have a stitch count of 18 stitches. So now we're ready to begin row 3. For row 3, you're going to chain 1 and turn your work. You're going to skip that beginning chain 1, insert into the very first stitch under the top 2 loops, work a single crochet. Single crochet into the next stitch, again going under the top 2 loops, work a single crochet. Single crochet into the next stitch. Single crochet into the next stitch, and if you're not sure where your stitches are, turn your work towards you, look for that teardrop, insert under the top 2 loops, work a single crochet. Single crochet into the next stitch. Continue and work 1 single crochet in each stitch across, and I'll meet you at the end of row 3. I'm over at the end of row 3. We worked 1 single crochet in each stitch across, and you should have a total of 18 stitches. So now to continue working on your pot holder, for rows 4 through 17, you're going to repeat rows 2 and row 3 7 more times. So again, to continue working on your pot holder, click back on the video, repeat row 2 and row 3 7 more times. I'll meet you at the end of row 17. I'm over at the end of row 17. This is what your pot holder should look like. And I already fastened off, so I wasn't thinking, I was just zooming along. So go ahead and fasten off at the end of row 17. So you should be ending with a single crochet row. So this is what the first piece of the pot holder should look like. So for our pot holder, you need to make a front and you need to make a back. So to make the back of your pot holder, just start at the beginning of the video and repeat the entire process over again until you have 2 pieces, one for the front and one for the back. So go ahead and repeat, make your second piece, and I'll be back and I'll show you how to join the pieces together and form our hanging loop. Once you get your 2 pieces made, then we're going to join our 2 pieces together. So I already have my matching yarn attached to my hook. Now, if you choose to, you can put a different color for the border around your pot holder. I just chose to use the same color. So what you want to do is, this is where we fastened off at the end of row 17. This is the right side. We're going to put our wrong sides together. So what that means is you want your right side facing towards you, towards the outside. So this will be the top of the pot holder. Then this is the second piece. This is where we fastened off. So you want the right side on the outside. So you have to flip this piece over. So then the wrong sides are going to be together facing. So you want the wrong sides facing each other and you want the right sides outside. And that is how we're going to join our pot holder together. So go ahead and attach your yarn to your hook or join your yarn in whichever method you prefer. This is how I prefer to join my yarn. We're going to go over to the top right hand corner right here in this first single crochet. You're going to insert your hook under the top 2 loops. Then you're going to match it to the first stitch on the piece below, and we're working through both thicknesses and we're matching stitch for stitch around the entire pot holder. So I'm just going to join my yarn now with the slip stitch. I'm going to yarn over, pull it through that stitch, and then through the loop on my hook. And this is how I join my yarn. And again, you can join your yarn in whichever method you prefer. We're going to chain 1. And then we're going to insert back into that same first stitch, match it to the first stitch below, and work a single crochet. And we're going to work a single crochet in each stitch across. Insert into the next stitch, then match it to the stitch below, insert into that stitch, working through both pieces, work your single crochet. Go to your next stitch, insert into that stitch, Then match it to the stitch below, going under both of those top 2 loops, work a single crochet. Let's do it again. Go to the next stitch, insert under the top 2 loops, match it to the stitch below, work a single crochet. Continue and work 1 single crochet, matching those stitches, going through both pieces across to your next corner, and I'll meet you there. I'm over at my first corner. I have 1 stitch to go. I'm going into that last stitch, matching it to the last stitch on the piece below, working my single crochet. So you should have a total of 18 single crochet across. We're going to chain 1 for the corner to help get around to the other side. And now we're going to be working down our length of our pot holder, and we're going to be working 1 single crochet in each row end stitch down to the next corner. So if you're not sure where your row end stitch is, just follow the stitches down. Here's our first row. You're going to see this end stitch. Here's your cross stitch row, follow it down. Here's your single crochet row, follow it down to the last stitch. So again, we're going into the first row end stitch. I just insert right into the side of that stitch. Then you want to match it to the first row end stitch, going down the length, work a single crochet. Go to your next row end stitch. It's going to be a cross stitch row. Just follow that down to the last stitch, insert into the end stitch, match it to the end stitch on the piece below, work through both thicknesses, work your single crochet. Go to your next row end stitch. Again, follow those stitches down, insert into that last stitch, match it to the last stitch below on this bottom piece below, work your single crochet. And again, we're working through both pieces, matching the stitches. Go to your next row end stitch, which is the cross stitch row, follow that down, insert under the edge of that stitch, match it to the cross stitch row below, and work a single crochet. So go ahead and continue and work 1 single crochet in each row end stitch through both thicknesses, matching those stitches down to the next corner, and I'll meet you there. I'm down at my next corner. We just worked 1 single crochet in each row end stitch down the length, and you should have a total of 17 single crochet. You're going to chain 1 to form your corner, and then we're going to swing our work around, and we're going to start working in the foundation row, and we're going to work 1 single crochet in each chain across, or at the base of each single crochet. You can see those stitches there. So let's go ahead and work across. You're going to go into the first chain or at the base of that first single crochet, match it to the first chain below, work a single crochet. Go into the next chain or follow that single crochet stitch down, insert into the next chain, match it to the next chain below, work a single crochet. Go to the next chain, insert your hook, match it to the next chain below, work a single crochet. Let's do it one more time together. Go to your next chain or to the base of this single crochet stitch here, insert your hook, match it to the chain below, work a single crochet. So go ahead and continue and work 1 single crochet in each chain across, going through both thicknesses, matching those stitches, and I'll meet you at the next corner. I'm over at my next corner. We just worked across the bottom of our pot holder in the foundation chain, and we worked 1 single crochet in each chain, and you should have a total of 18 single crochet across the bottom. And now we're going to chain 1, and we're going to spin our work around, and we're going to repeat what we've done on the other side. We're going to work 1 single crochet in each row end stitch down to the next corner. So again, you just want to insert into the row end stitch. This is a single crochet row, follow it down. This is the cross stitch row, follow it down to the edge, insert into the first row end stitch, match it to the first row end stitch below, work a single crochet. Single crochet into the next row end stitch, match it to the row end stitch below, work a single crochet. Go to your next row end stitch. It's going to be the single crochet row. Insert into that row end stitch, match it to the row end stitch below, and work a single crochet. So go ahead and continue, work one single crochet in each row end stitch down to the next corner, working through both thicknesses, matching those stitches, and I'll meet you at the next corner. I'm over at my last corner, so I'm just going to zoom out just a little bit. So when you look at your work, you're going to have 18 single crochet across the top, a chain one for the corner, 17 single crochet down the length, chain one for the corner, 18 single crochet across the bottom, chain one for the corner, and then 17 single crochet up the other side of your pot holder. So now we're going to go ahead and do our hanging loop. You're going to chain 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Take your fingers, pull that chain 10 back, and you want to go down to the very first chain. You're going to insert into that first chain of the chain 10 and slip stitch through that chain and through the loop on your hook. You're going to chain 1 to form your corner, and then we're going to join with the slip stitch in the top of this first stitch. Now this is your chain 1, so we're going to skip the chain 1, and you're going to go over under the top 2 loops of the first stitch, yarn over, pull through that stitch, and pull through the loop on your hook. So our hanging loop is made, and now I'm just going to fasten off, and when I fasten off, I like to leave that longer length. I chain 2, pull my hook up, yarn out, grab, pinch, and pull down. And you may have to tug on this a little bit, get it right down there. So now you want to grab a yarn needle, just thread your yarn onto your yarn needle, and then flip your pot holder on the back. This is where we started, and I'm just going to pull that knot down through my work. I'm just going to go into this stitch and then underneath these stitches, and then I'm just going to pull that and pull that knot down. Just pull it right down into your work. Heavier thread, your knot is a little bigger. Now I always tie knots. If you don't want to tie that knot and you just want to do it once and then weave this in and knot it, you can do that down here as well. And then I just go through some more stitches. And then what I like to do is I like to skip just one strand of yarn and then go back the other way. Now the reason I skip a strand is to help hold this in place. If I go straight back through, the yarn's just going to come right back out. And then I just pull it through. And then I just clip that yarn off. And then I do the same thing with this end. I just take it right down through some of the stitches. And this is why I like to leave that longer length so I can play with it. My yarn needle's quite long, so the longer the length, the better when you're weaving in your ends. And then I just run it through some of those stitches. And then again, I skip one strand of yarn and come back the other way. And then I just trim off my end. And our pot holder is finished. Now this is a Super Duty pot holder. It's excellent. It's nice and thick. Now I did forget to mention, if you did want to put the insulated batting in between the layers for more security, you can do that. Sorry, I forgot to mention it, but it is an option. But this is super, super thick. Look how thick that pot holder is. So if you enjoyed today's crochet tutorial, please make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of the crochet fun here on Creative Grandma's channel. So until next time, stay inspired and happy crocheting. Bye, everyone.